Are you wondering what there is to do in San Antonio and the hill country surrounding areas? Well, stay tuned because I'm going to tell you about some of the yearly events that happen right here. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Serving San Antonio. I'm Christine Johnson with Fathom Realty, and today I want to talk to you about some of the really cool events that San Antonio and the surrounding hill country areas put on every single year. So let's go. Every year in August and January, San Antonio does Restaurant Week. If you've never been to Restaurant Week, this is your opportunity to go to some of those more bougie restaurants that you probably typically wouldn't want to go spend big money at or fine dine if you're like me. Some of the most honored restaurants in San Antonio will put up a fixed lunch and dinner menu. And for about, I want to say $30 to $35, you get usually like a appetizer, entree, and a dessert. But like I said, it's very limited, so you only get to choose from a couple of things. But it's cool. It's like a 3-course meal that they typically do, and you don't spend a lot of money. So if you've never been to Restaurant Week, I highly encourage you to check it out. But I also highly encourage you to make a reservation because it books up quick. And I do think, and don't quote me on this, but I do think that if you go during lunch, it's a little bit cheaper. So I'm not sure if the menus are different, but just a few things you might want to look into before you book your dinner or lunch. Every February, San Antonio puts on a huge rodeo. Now, if you've never been to a rodeo, you get to experience all sorts of things. There's a carnival, there's livestock for the kids to go walk around and pet animals, see animals, smell stinky animals. There's vendors, tons of vendors. I just love to go and shop. I'm not gonna lie. I send my husband in with my kids and then I walk the vendors. There's carnival rides, there's local cuisine and food trucks. And the best part of it, there is a rodeo and there's a concert after every rodeo. And the perk of the concert for the rodeo is that you can go see top performers for very little money. I'm talking like $35 a ticket. So I got to live out my childhood dream and go see Nelly. Yep, I did. I didn't even go to the rodeo. I just got a babysitter and a group of us went and saw Nelly in the Frost Bank Stadium. So if you have never been to the stock show, you've got to go see it. You've got to experience it. Take your kids, but then on another night, get a babysitter if you have kids and go see a concert. Okay, now in April, there's the Valero Texas Open. This is a PGA tournament with some of the finest golfers out there, and they've been doing this since 1922. It's the PGA Tour's third top tournament and number 3 as far as charitable tournaments. So it's a pretty big deal out here. So if you're into golf, that's something you probably want to look into. Okay, also in April is Fiesta. Fiesta is an 11-day celebration here in San Antonio, and it is huge. There are about 3.5 million people that attend every year. It started in 1891 as a tribute to Alamo heroes, and it's been going on ever since, and each year I think, personally, it gets bigger and bigger. They have tons of activities. There's parades, concerts. There's the Battle of the Flowers Parade, which is one of the biggest parades in the nation. I believe it's second to the Rose Bowl parade. So what does that mean? There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people throughout the entire thing. So if you don't mind crowds, then you should really check it out. Now, full disclosure, I have never been to Fiesta. Why, you ask? Because I have a fear of porta potties, and I don't like big crowds like that. So if you don't mind any of those things, then you need to go to Fiesta and check it out. The day after Thanksgiving is the Ford Holiday River Parade. And what this is when they turn the lights on over the river, and it is just gorgeous. So if you've never gone downtown to San Antonio to see the lights, I know before I even lived here, I came just to see it, and it is really pretty. So if you want to come during the holiday season, during the lights, they will not come on until the day after Thanksgiving, so keep that in mind. But if you live here and you're looking to move here, it's really something that I still recommend you go do during the holidays because it really does bring the Christmas spirit. So on that specific day, they decorate floats that float the river. It's all lit up. It's beautiful. It's a big celebration to light the lights. So if you get the chance to go there the day after Thanksgiving, highly recommend it. If you don't, no big deal. Everything is still beautiful and you still have to see it, and you have until January to get there. There is a big long list of things that are going on in San Antonio every year. So if you want to know more, let me know. I'll shoot you over that link. But I just wanted to pick out some of the top, most popular ones the ones that I either go to or I would like to go to. Otherwise, this video could be days long. But moving on, we're gonna move to the outskirts of San Antonio, and we're gonna tell you about some things that go on in Boerne, Texas. Now, even if you live in San Antonio, keep in mind that Boerne is only 25-30 minutes away. So these are things that a lot of people will travel into Boerne to see. So let's get started. First, I'm gonna start with all of you car lovers, okay? I don't know what it is about Boerne, but Boerne loves to put on a car show. In April, they have the Texas Corvette Show. This is when classic Corvettes all come down to Main Street and they hold a big contest for the best classic car. So if you like classic vehicles, you like Corvettes, come check out the Corvette Show in April. Okay, in October is the Key to the Hills Rod Run. And what that means is you can only bring sedans, coupes, or roadsters that were built before 1949. So you can imagine all of these vehicles built before 1949 and how rare some of them are. So if you like unique cars and you want to see some really cool ones, you've got to come see this show in October. Also in October is the British Car Show. This is a celebration of British automobiles. They have a contest, you get to walk around, look at the cars. So another cool event where they block down Main Street and you get to walk around and look at all the cars. In August, the Kendall County Fair goes on in Boerne. This is one of those local fairs, just like some of those other small towns have, where there's livestock, the kids get to ride carnival rides, spend all your money, play games, win stuffed animals that have holes in them. Can you tell I'm speaking from experience? But guess what? They have a blast while they're there doing it, and it's something that's really cool and right in the small town of Boerne that you have to come experience. Even if you're coming from San Antonio area, I highly recommend that you come to the Kendall County Fair. Okay, and last but not least, in Boerne, Texas, is one of my favorites, Dickens on Main. Now, you may have heard me talk about this before in other videos because it is my all-time favorite event in Boerne. And what Dickens on Main is it is the whole town shut down, decorated, decked out in Christmas, and it's just a Christmas wonderland like a Hallmark movie. This happens the day after Thanksgiving, that Friday and that Saturday. So if you have never been to Dickens on Main, you've got to bring the family. It's a huge treat. You come, you see Santa, you see the Grinch, you grab a beer and you walk around. They have fake snow for the kids. They have Christmas carolers, ice sculptures, tree lighting, tons of shopping that's open late. It's just a really fun time, and it goes on Friday night and then all day Saturday. So if you've never been to Dickens on Main, please make it a point to go and look for me while you're there. Okay, and then the last thing I'm gonna tell you about is out in Bulverde, Texas. So this is just a little bit further out on the outskirts. Depending on where you live, it might not be that far. This is a rodeo held between the months of March and November, and it goes on every single Saturday. So it's a little local rodeo. So you don't have to wait for the San Antonio rodeo. You can come out here every Saturday and enjoy a rodeo in Bulverde. So like I said, there's a lot more to do in San Antonio and the surrounding areas, but I just couldn't pack it all into this video. So if you want to know what else there is to do, just feel free, call, text, or email me. Thanks for watching another episode of Serving San Antonio. I'm Christine Johnson with Fathom Realty. I'll see you next time.